at a point, you know, I picked the camera up. I was in New York. I was rapping. I went back to Virginia. I had this little. She was so bad at the time. She a little trash now. I hope she listening. You a little trash now. But that's because you my nigga. I could tell you a little trash now. So that time she was my homie. She's like, yo, Clintn, you need to model, you need to do that, you need to do this for me. I started meeting people. That was like, yo, you probably do it if you tried. We don't know how the fuck you gonna do it. We ain't gonna put no money in. I remember Dave Chappelle said some funny shit. He's like, you know you black when you invest in a mixtape, that's not going, it's not gonna make it. So it was funny. She wasn't investing in my shit. She was like, nah. But you know what she did do? She recorded my first video. And it was with, y'all could quote me, I don't even give a fuck. Cause I be fucking most y'all rap niggas bitches, singing niggas bitches, model niggas bitches, political niggas bitches. First video was with a fat bitch on a cell phone. Yep, I fell in love with a fat bitch. And I don't care, any fat bitch I can say she fucked me and will deny it. So it was with a fat bitch on the cell phone. Shit was lit. It was a fire ass song. I don't have nothing against fat girls either. Like my money BBW. So it just was what it was at that time. That's not cool. I'm saying this, I'm not saying I have a thing against fat girls. I'm just saying I don't see too many rap videos where y'all love fat bitches. I think fat girls, skinny girls, whatever is cool. My mom's been fat. My mom's been skinny. My mom did everything. So I already know women go through, so it's whatever with me. I'm just being honest. That was my first video, and that shit, whatever. Doesn't even matter. And I was like, damn, I need a real camera, my nigga. I can't be using your fucking camera. That cell phone was trash too. So I was like, damn, I need a real fucking camera. And then we conspired and shit. Planned like 3 weeks to get the cheapest camera. Cheapest fucking camera you ever seen, my nigga, like a T3, a Canon. And then nobody even want to shoot the boy. It was like, we don't care how much buzz you duck, we don't care how much gun you squeeze. You ain't hot. I was like, what? Word, I ain't hot. Man, fuck these niggas. So I'm riding around Brooklyn. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was lost at that time. I was somewhere lost. And this kid came up to me and he was like, yo, you shoot? This kid wanted V. He was like an activist at the time. Funny thing is, I got friends that are activists. I don't have too many friends that have friends that are activists. So that was my step into that realm. And he was taking me to like they were doing standoffs at the United Nations. They were doing strikes. They have a black church in Brooklyn, downtown, and they were just introducing me to. That's a different mentality, man. He's like, you got a camera, like what you want to do with it? Like, what you mean what I'm going to do with it? He's like, what you going to do with it? You know, everything's esoteric. What's up is down. Like, and just that you got to see where I started from. I didn't start from any of that shit. Like I said, we coming back to East New York. It wasn't none of that. It was like, nigga, what your J's looking like? Man, you a bum. You got on sandals. Nigga, you can't even say 3 right. Because we was from the Caribbean. So I said like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They like 3. You fucking African. I was like, African. Not that there's anything wrong with Africans. I done had some badass, y'all know y'all bad. So there's nothing wrong with that. But at that time, and even in that environment when I was young, it was poisoning shit that I didn't understand yet. Like, they called me, out of my race. Not that there's anything wrong with the race. They would call me. I shouldn't even have a problem with it. I should be like, yeah, the Africans got money. You feel me? But I was poisoned, man. I had to go through a lot. That shit had to get in my system. So now when you come at me with it, I'm like, okay, thank you. Mansa Musa was one of the richest men in the earth, and he was African, and he went on a pilgrimage, gave a bunch of money to Jews. So, you know what I mean? I had to learn a lot, man. Like, once you get respect, period, for things, then you feel different. So, fast forward, I'm in Brooklyn, I'm back to, like, he got to do with that camera. And then start shooting my homies. I'm like, I'm gonna shoot you, fuck it. We gonna go tag some shit up on some Basquiat shit. We gonna tag some shit up. We gonna shoot you. We gonna get it poppin'. We gonna get on our Banksy. You a hood nigga, you don't know who Banksy is. You don't know who Brainwash is. These is niggas that do a bunch of artistic shit. My nigga, I bet. Gucci. Yo, so I was gonna be and if y'all know who Basquiat, man, don't listen to my music. Basquiat, one of the illest black painters, 27 billion for some of his paintings, man. You feel me? We're not talking about the Renaissance era. We're not talking about the Romans. We're not talking about back then getting renowned. We're talking about a man that was just alive and his paintings are work. So, and me learning shit like that's why, like, I gotta get to it, like, and not just me get to it. There was people around me that was nice to shit. So I started shooting people. I'm shooting my boy. I like shooting. I like filming. Like Spike Lee's one of my influences. Steven, Quentin Tarantino is a bigger one, but hey, whatever. I don't get into that color shit. I get into talent with me. That's it with me. It's talent. It's what you're doing is how you're doing it. And that's just how I am. So I like, there are two different types of shooting. So when I started shooting my videos, I was like, yo, we're going to do it like film. We're going to do a film thing because this is our life. Like, we really be in the hood. And when we go to parties, feel me? I'm about to fast forward you from me being a straight hood nigga to getting into that underground culture where it's like masks. We out here with bulletproofs. This girl's butt naked with have baby dolls in their hair. I don't know if you ever seen some of my culture bitches. They different. Ain't not nothing you seen in your life. You think your bitch is hot? Listen, I done been around the girls with the juicy couture and sweats. Oh, shit, cakey. Little Spanish mommies and Miami. You got no Lambo, can't fuck you. Around all those bitches, little Atlanta big booties. Where the money at? Yo, my culture bitches, when they put on those black lipstick, my nigga, and they get on them fucking them rock boots and them fishnets, them bitches be popping. They put you never seen nothing like this. My bitches wear wings in the club. Yeah, imagine a Victoria's Secret bitch dancing with you in the club. You're like, what is she doing here? That's just my culture. That was New York. That's what it became. It's like rock. It was a mashup. So it had nothing to do with none of that shit. You know what I mean? And I realized, like, bro, I'm addicted. And once they see this shit, they gonna get addicted. Because we was coming from the 90s, 80s, and that 70s influence started coming back. Them skinny jeans, moon boots, the caps, the tats, the piercings. So I'm tight right now, man. Corona got me fucked up. I'm tight. I want some baby doll with their heads. I want some little crystal on their lips. And listen, my New York girls, they tell you some weird shit. They won't even say I like you. They'll be like, the spirit within you was so strong. What are you like, bitch? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? But that shit's cool. But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you gotta grow your culture, and that's what I got around young influential people. I didn't care about the predecessors, whether it was religious shit, artistic shit, fashion shit their mama taught them. There was white girls, Spanish girls, there was Indian girls, and they all wore the same type of shit. I'm telling you, that's why I was in my culture. It didn't have nothing to do with where they was from. So doing this camera shit, shooting these people, started getting hot. I ain't have to hold my strap no more, even though, I still got my chopper here, real talk, like, because I'm in a different level. But at that time when I was coming up, I was super artistic with it. So